Before you get started with a video today, let's talk about how to use these videos. There's 8 parts to what we're going to do. First of all, we're going to create some tables. We're going to create relationships between those tables. We're going to create some forms with multiple table sources, our invoice. We're going to format that invoice so it prints well. We're going to add some more controls. We're going to create a query to sort the data for finding overdue invoices. Finally, we're going to create a report. And then the application will be finalized, removing all menus and creating a navigation form. And so you'll be done with a nice application that looks like this. It's a program that would run a small business that we're going to use. This one's called Crystal Pools. It keeps track of our customers, it keeps track of our invoices, it keeps track of our products that we're selling, and it keeps track of who sells them to us, and also creates reports so that we can see who has not paid our bills. The teacher here is me, Shad David Sluter. I work as a teacher in Tolleson Union High School District at Westview High School. You can use these lessons to follow along. So 8 videos, do exactly as the videos show, duplicating on your own screen. And finally, when you're done, instead of printing the application, we're simply going to grade it as a standalone program. Now let's get going. Welcome back to Access 2013 training. We're on video number 4, and we're looking at the program that we're creating for Crystal Pools, an invented company. Last time we were on the video, we looked at the invoice form, and we created some invoices for a few customers. One problem that we noticed in that video was that when we create a new invoice and we ask for the customer ID, we have to remember the list of ID numbers. So if I typed in an 8, for instance, I'm inventing a number, press tab, then it reveals to me that this is the customer name Mitchell Meter. If I change the number to a number like 15 and press tab, then I find out that it's Les Lodi. So I really don't want to be able to just guess these numbers, these customer ID numbers. I want a drop-down list, so I can choose from a list of all the customers that are in my company. And so to create a drop-down list, we need to go to the design view of this form. So let's right-click on the invoice form and choose design view. And this is the customer ID form that we're going to change. So I'm going to click it once, right-click on the edge of it, find the delete command, and we're going to replace it with a new command. Let's go to this item. This is called the combo box. A combo box is the drop-down list, or the pick list, some people call it. I'm going to click where the other field was, and a few things appear. First of all, you notice it says combo 25, so this is a combo box. It says unbound, so right now it is not bound, or it's not related to any field in any of my tables. It's just an empty field. But this combo box wizard that shows up will ask me what I would like to show here. So the first question shows up that says, I want the combo box to get the values from another table or query. We haven't done anything with queries yet, but we do know we have a table. So let's click next. And we're looking for the customer ID. So we're going to find that in the customer table. So we'll click next again. We'd like to have not only the ID number of a list of numbers to pick from, but the last name and the first name. We don't have to add all the rest of these, just these 3 names, and that will tell us who our customer is. Click next. Now it says, how would you like to sort the list? Well, we could sort it by the ID number, but most people are more comfortable with sorting by last name. It's ascending, which is the normal way for alphabetizing. Okay, so this is what's going to show up in our drop-down list. We're going to see all the names of all the customers, all 350 customers. But we would also like to know where their customer ID is. So right now it's been hidden. Let's check this mark, and now it is visible. So now we can see all 3 items in our list. Now it's asking here, which of the items is the most important? And the ID number is how we save records, so we will use ID as the field that we will save. We're going to store this value in the customer ID field. Now let's click next. The name of this, let's call it customer name. and we'll call it combo box. Now let's spread these around so that they look better. Okay, so now all the fields seem to line up better on the form. Let's go see what happens when we run the form. So I'm going to right-click on the invoice form and choose Form View. And now when I choose a new invoice, I can pick a record from a drop-down list. So I can still pick customer number 1, but this time I know who I'm getting. So pick any customer in the list. All 350 of them are listed in alphabetical order by last name. Now at the bottom, we had this product ID. Same issue here. If I typed in a number of the product ID, such as number 9, and press Tab, then I find out only later that I just selected a skimmer. I'd like to create a drop-down list for the product ID, just like I did for the customer ID. So let's go back to the design view. And this time we're going to delete a field down at the bottom. So down here in the subform we have the product ID. We're going to delete that. So I click it, right-click on the edge of it, find the delete command. And now I'm going to put in a new command box or a new combo box. So I select it here. And the same questions will apply. Where are you going to get your data? From a table. This time I'm going to pick it from the product table. I want to know what the product names are. So I click here. These are the fields in the product table. We're going to use the product ID and the description. Let's click Next. We're going to sort it by the description. Let's make the product key visible. Shrink it down. Make the description field wider. Click Next. Once more, we're going to answer a few questions about where to save this information. And then let's click Finish. Now, it created a little label over here in front. We can actually delete that. Let's see if we can realign this to the other fields. And let's do a test run. Let's go to Form View. And now we create a new record. Pick a customer. Let's pick a date. And then when we get to product ID, our drop-down list shows all of the different products in alphabetical order. So now we can enter how many we want to buy, and we can pick a different product ID. So this would be a good application for somebody at the cash register. I suppose you could add barcode readers and things like that, but for our sakes, we're just creating the database. And now we have an invoice with a drop-down list for both the product ID and the customer name. So we have an improved invoice form.